Hi, I'm Greg Hagger. Welcome to this Greg's Bass Shed lesson. In this video, I'm going to look at the bass line from Cream's Sitting on Top of the World. Now, the idea of this lesson is that I help you to analyse the bass line and look at what techniques and musical devices Jack Bruce is using throughout the bass line. So I'm not just going to play the bass line from start to finish or show you how to play the whole bass line. I'm going to hopefully teach you how to analyse bass lines and take ideas out that you can use in your own bass lines. But I have done a whole transcription of the bass line in standard notation and tab. You can get that as usual for free by clicking the link in the description below this video. Also in the description you'll see details of my free Blues Week videos that you can get access to, and also my Walk the Blues bass course. So if you haven't signed up to that already and you're really into playing blues bass, then definitely check that out. That's the third link in the description. First of all, it's worth noting that Jack Bruce really played around with his bass lines when he played live. The studio versions were a little bit more regular, so he was great at improvising and putting small changes throughout each chorus in the songs, but he kind of kept the bass line more the same in the studio versions. And we're going to look at the version from Wheels of Fire, which the album was released in 1968. This version is in G major, and it has an unusual chord sequence length of 9 bars. So it's a bit more unusual really than the usual kind of 12, 8 and 16 bar blues that you'd usually get. So this is the chord sequence. We've got 2 bars of G7, 2 bars of C7. That's the kind of first section. And then we've got a bar of G7, a bar of D7, a bar of G7, and then we've got half a bar of G7, half a bar of C7, half a bar of G7, half a bar of D7, and that's a kind of turnaround in those last 2 bars. The key signature is 12/8, meaning that there are 4 strong beats in each bar, which are further divided into 3 eighth notes. So we've got 12 eighth notes in each bar. Now the best way to count this is 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So if you kind of keep that in your head, it really helps you to place the notes, especially when you have rests. So if you've got kind of the end eighth note in one of the beats, it helps you to place it if you count like this. This is a real slow 12/8 blues, and the original's kind of around about 44 to 46 beats per minute, so it's a nice slow groove. But we do have lots of 16th notes at the beginning of each chorus, so it kind of seems a bit faster. A lot of this bass line is played in unison with the rhythm guitar part, so you'll hear them playing lines together, and that sounds really great. So we can look at the bass line being in 2 sections. So the first 4 bars is the first section with a lot of 16th notes, as I said, so that's a lot faster. And then the next 5 bars are kind of a little bit slower, that kind of standard 12/8 blues feel. I suggest that you have the PDF in front of you now. That'll really help you out as I'm going through the lesson now. Remember, you can get that below for free by clicking the link in the description. We'll look at the first 4 bars now of the first chorus. So before we start, there's a 1 beat pickup on beat 4, so that's 3 eighth notes. So you'd count 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's just D, F, G. Okay, and then we've got this pattern. Okay, like that. So make sure that you play the 8th note at the end of each beat short. So not like this. Okay, so it's really punchy like that, and it's as I said, it's in unison with the rhythm guitar part. So we've just got G, F sharp. Now it's quite interesting, we've got this F sharp here. It's a G7 chord, so if we did the arpeggio, you've actually got an F natural, that's the kind of normal 7th. But we've got this F sharp here. Now I just like to think that as a chromatic note, so it's a note outside of the kind of arpeggio or the chord. So it's just kind of, think about that as a chromatic note. So okay, so that's E, D, B. Okay, now what you'll notice that each time Jack Bruce kind of played that pattern, at the end of the bar we'll have a different 3/8 notes each time. So that bar 1, E, D, B, and then bar 2, A, G, C sharp or D flat, okay, and then bar 3, B flat, A, G, okay. So I'll just play the first 4 bars with the pickup. So 1, 2, 3. And then it moves to C. Okay, so that goes up to the D flat actually there. So first time C to B natural, and then second time D flat, and then the C to B natural again, and then B flat, A, G, and then bar 4, and then we just got Fs. Okay, nice and short. Okay, so we've got this kind of pattern, and each chorus we have the similar type of pattern. Now if we look at bar 10, so this is chorus 2 now, we have just slightly longer on that, on the 16th notes. Okay, so that's just a few more 16th notes in there. Now if we move into chorus 3, we can see that we've got these G's just up the octave. So it's the same as kind of chorus 1-ish, but up the octave. So G and F sharp here. Okay, another kind of pattern there. And then down the octave. Back to C. So that's quite interesting there. Okay. B flat, A, G, E. Okay. Okay, classic kind of little walking line there. So this is bar 22 to 23. You've got E, F sharp, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so just 3 notes below the target note G in bar 23 that we're heading for. Okay, now if we look at chorus 4, so from bar 28, we've got the same kind of pattern. Okay, now if we move on to the next chorus, chorus 5, and bar 37, we've got a different pattern, slightly different pattern. We've got okay, that pattern there, so you'd count 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Really like that. So that's at the end of bar 38. We've got G, A flat, D flat, C. Sounds really kind of discordant, but it's great within the song. So when you're using some of these ideas in your own bass lines, you can see that these connecting eighth notes at the end of each bar, you can kind of virtually play anything. You can kind of play notes from the arpeggio. So let's look at just in bar 19. So that's G. So you just got, so that's the third, the major third, the fifth and the sixth. You've got that. And what I really like is when we have these D flats, okay, at the end of bar 2, chromatic note, you've got them all over the place. So they're a really good kind of technique to use. But, you know, lots of combinations work of these notes here. Just try it and see what sounds good. So if I now move on to the next section of each chorus, so for the first chorus we're looking at kind of bars 5 to 9. Now when we have bars 5 and 6 of each chorus, we just kind of, like I said, have a standard kind of blues line. So this is bar 5 and 6, we've got G, do, 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 and then to D, do, 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 do. Okay, and then up to that B flat there. So to count that, you kind of listen for the snare and then you play. But so bar 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, Okay, so when you've got that, that's a dotted quarter note tied to an eighth note, so it's actually kind of like 4 beats. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and then you have a rest on 2, 2. Okay, so I'll just put that bar up now. You can kind of see how you count that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then down to the D. Okay, so those bars are different each time. If we look at bar 14 and 15, 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, so we've got some nice interesting rhythms there in bar 14. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's got a bit of a swing into it. So each time you have these bars, there's a different bass line there, but it's kind of based on a bar of G7 and a bar of D7. Now, we've got the really interesting bit here now. So this is bar 7, 8 and 9. So the last 3 bars of each chorus. We've got this similar unison thing with the guitar. So we've got... Okay, so that's with the rhythm guitar. So if we look at bar 7, we've got B flat. Okay, and it's an interesting rhythm again. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. So try bars 7 and 8 with me. So I'll just give you a whole bar in. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. So on the last bar of each chorus, we've got this. So that's just a straight pentatonic. If we played the low G, okay, so that's a G major pentatonic in the forward position. And you can see we've just got, okay, and we've got these, so just hammer on the second note. So we've got high G there, and then A, B, D, E, G, but hammer on the B and the E. Okay, and that really gives it some style. That's what the rhythm guitarist is doing as well. So that bar, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, now when we have these last 3 bars of each chorus, they're the same, but sometimes the octave changes of the kind of G's and the C's. So if I look from bar 16, 17 and 18, so that's in the second chorus. So we stay on that G, and then high C, and then low G. But apart from those changing octaves, that's exactly the same each time. That's the kind of really hook line of the song, if you want to think about it like that. So what I'll do now, I'll just play through the whole of the first chorus. So have a listen to that and follow it through on the PDF. I'm now going to leave you to work all the way through the transcription. So remember, if you haven't got the PDF, you can get that below. That's standard notation and tab. So work your way through the bass line and kind of do what I was doing in this lesson. So pick apart some bars and just compare them to that same bar in the next chorus and see what Jack Bruce is playing there. See if you can pick up some devices to use yourself. So I'd love to hear if there are any other Jack Bruce bass lines or any other blues bass lines that you'd like me to do a similar thing with. So like I said at the beginning, the real idea is teaching you how to analyse bass lines, not just showing you how to play it. So let me know in the comments, and I'd love to do some more blues bass lines for you, so I'll read all of those. It would really help me as well if you can like and share this video. It helps to push it up YouTube so others can see it. If you haven't looked at my 3 Blues Week videos, then click the second link in the description and I'll send them to you every 4 days. So that's like a mini blues course. So if you're a beginner, it's great for you, and if you're a kind of intermediate player, you'll still learn things with that mini series. And if you really want to invest in your blues bass playing, then check out my course, which is called Walk the Blues. So that's a whole course on blues bass playing, and look at some great blues bass players. There's some sort of backing tracks, really high quality backing tracks. So that's the 3rd link below. Just click on that and that will give you more details about the video course. Don't forget to subscribe to Greg's Bass Shed here on YouTube. You can click the red subscribe button in the corner and click the notification bell as well, so you'll get notified of all my new video lesson releases. And also don't forget to check out my website gbshed.com. There's a link below in the description. There's loads more bass resources, books and courses, so just go and check that out and there might be something there that interests you. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hopefully I'll see you very soon in the next lesson.